Hi community. I want to bring to the table for a discussion the topic that's so close to my heart about our relationship with the mystery of this life, our relationship with creativity. It is my belief and my direct experience and my intuitive knowing that most empaths, which are often neurodivergent individuals, according to science, and the specific brain wiring, the way of processing and understanding the world, are individuals who are by default hyper aware. And that awareness can come as an overstimulation of our nervous system. The more we're deepening in presence, the more we're fleshing spirit through our body vessel, and the more we're hollowing the identity, the bones, so that we become that conduit of spirit. And each one of us will be on a specific journey of our awakening to our true essence and authentic self beyond the limited identity. So the more we clear of wounding and the habitual looping thinking processes that often get in the way of accessing the beingness of the moment, the isness of the moment, the more we become sensitized to any kind of misalignment, any kind of experience or relationship or hobby or habituated ways of being in the world that do not sink in anymore. And our bodies show this to us. It's like the deeper the truth that reveals in our system for our authentic ways of being, and some of us in this community will be in a perhaps new and fresh journey of neurodivergence diagnosis and unmasking as a result of that. So the more truth that is in the system, the more clashes we will feel with anything that is not aligned with our own truth. And often we forget that, we tend to pathologize that. So I was working with a client, and we're working, is an ADHD autism client. I am ADHD and self-diagnosed autistic. My ASD, I think it's revealing at the moment. I'm unmasking quite a lot. My sensitivity, my nervous system has gone off scale. So this is from the 3D perspective. The other explanation of this, of course, is that as we are collectively awakening to our true nature, we are becoming much more attuned into the collective pain body, the collective grief, but also the collective pull to awaken from our state of self-deception and say that is not love, that is not about love. Where am I going with this? So yes, quite often as neurodivergent individuals, we will by default often not have a very, at least my experience, very solid sense of self, a kind of very solid structure. So we're very often, and I'm not generalizing here, but I suspect a lot of us show up, if you are, by commenting, yes, me too, very imaginative, very creative, very much in contact and in touch with divine inspiration and divine knowing and intuition. And we might have had experiences that we don't dare to share to people because we feel that we will be stigmatized as mad or mental. And I've had a lot of these experiences, and I have felt, despite my openness, the shame and the conditioning in society. You cannot share this out with the world, which is why I created this community. Anyway, so the more we're tuned into that vibrational energy, we become like a tuning fork, like a tuning fork. And the clarity of the vibration of our body to entrain with that universal vibration depends on the amount of clearing and the work we've done on ourselves, of course, but also noticing how we get in the way through our own thinking minds. And we tend to misattribute this thinking activity, this energy. Our mind grasps it and creates loops and rules and scripts and perpetuates old archaic scripts. When in essence, what this energy is, it can reveal different things from my direct experience. One, there are times that my mind goes on a crazy, frantic, off the rails place. And when I notice that happening, I'm checking in within my own body, and I'm tuning into that divine wisdom that is inviting, what is this? And it might be an indication that we are dysregulated and we need to come into the body, do some more body work, more exercise, channeling this energy down through the earth and through the body, or running or dancing. It may be that I need to do nothing, that I am in a place that is a little bit off balance, and I need to just go back into that place of beautiful nothingness to replenish. Or, and quite often, is creative energy that is trying to find an exit route, an expression, and is trying to descend through, but we're blocking it by pathologizing and medicalizing it. And this is a very fine-tuned discernment, right, on a very visceral and bodily level. But more often than not, when I have all of this energy, I am aware that it's creative energy that's seeking expression. So when I go back into the body, the answers reveal within ourselves. So this is not about, this is not about making more rules or creating more script books about what you should do when this energy is there. It's more a fine attunement to within your own divine wisdom, to get to listen and really hear the divine gifts that are waiting for you. And this energy is so available there all the time. And we thrive on inspiration as neurodivergent community. We seek that dopamine that this inspiration is giving us, but it's also bringing with it a lot of chaotic energy and confusion and disorientation. And we're in a society that's telling us that we need to feel clear, that we need to feel balanced, we need to feel grounded. And I want to say, sod all that. Of course, there's an element and there's a place for all of this. But, I mean, how many things have you tried to be grounded? How many books have you read about learning how to manage your energy levels? I don't think any of that is working with me anymore. What has been working predominantly is finding that ground of, paradoxically, safety on a groundless ground. Finding that space of inspiration and creativity through a liminal lens in life. That is, I can lean in anytime, anywhere I am, whatever I am doing, without any expectation that it will lead to a wonderful video. This is totally an impulse. I'm coming on, feeling inspired after I had a session with this client to talk here, for the joy of it, not for anything else. Poems that have sprouted through this place just sprout. This place is impregnated. Creative womb is the cosmic womb of creation that we have learned, as society has conditioned us to disconnect. So this community is really, I am so passionate about oh my God, unleashing this creative energy in each one of us and rippling. I feel the exasperation rippling in a society out. We need more people to ripple out. Not from a place of savior, not from a place we're here to save the world. Yeah, not from a place to rescue the world. I'm not interested in any of this because I know it's illusionary, right? And it's still holding onto an identity, even if that's very subtle. What I am interested in is meeting the light in each one of us, meeting. And when I say light, it's not a polarity here. It is not separate to the dark. It is one and the same thing. It is leaning into trusting life and whatever we're met in this life, right? The suffering in the world, whatever is coming, our own inner suffering, really leaning in, radical trusting in the cracking of the moment. That's where creativity lies in. So I'm so passionate because there is a place that can feel so potent, and it's also at the same time, in the same breath, so all-encompassing and heartbreaking. There's so much potency in the heartbreaking for moments. Okay, so this was energy that was really as this client finished, and now I'm noticing that is just it's a wave. So I don't know about you, but I've been feeling a lot of these waves arising, and I have a sense that we're feeling it on a collective level. So, you know, like consciousness becoming the sea, the ocean, and the level of the manifest is rising for that. Not rising in a hierarchical manner. That is very important to distinguish. I'm not rising and I'm better than you. This is the humility that this path is teaching us. It's inviting us to be humbled again and again and again. And that is the radical trust of life. She's saying and she's whispering, will you trust now? Will you trust when you're broken? Will you trust when you're crying? Will you lean into trust and love with an open heart, even when you're getting rejected? Yeah? That doesn't mean that you abandon your own truth and don't put boundaries in place and don't say no. You're standing in your own power. And that kind of place is a quiet power that it can be quiet or it can be vocal, right? And sometimes it needs to speak. And it will speak, and truth will come up as an impulse of life, not too much thinking. The mind takes a backseat to allow the beauty and the wisdom of your divine inner truth to shine in the world. So I want to hold space for your uniqueness, and each other we're contributing and co-creating a community. So please share what gets in the way, what it feels like it gets in the way, and see if you can let yourself to lean in, even if that is for a few seconds each time. Yeah, we are safe where we are now. I don't know where you are in the world, and I don't want to assume, but where I am in Manchester, I have the privilege to, well, pretty safely say that in the next 10 minutes, I probably won't have a bomb exploding next to me. And other people, other brothers and sisters in the world don't have that privilege. So I interpret that as grace gifting me this privilege, and I better make good use of it. So a sense of accountability somehow, and a responsibility of speaking up and being and opening the dialogues with each other for the suffering that happens in our world. We cannot turn a blind eye to this. But we're here to co-create together a new earth, a new human. And yeah, as neurodivergent individuals, we have a lot of gifts to unravel and offer to the world. So I salute you.